All right, hello everybody. My name is Bill Hummel. I'm going to cover a little bit on Alphorns today. I'm going to start out with a little bit of the background. I know 2 years ago when we had the first workshop, there was technical difficulties with the projector, so we couldn't go through a lot. We ended up just doing a lot with the different horns. So today I'm going to go back through and I'm going to use the first few minutes here to cover the history, to cover some of the differences, some of the stories, and set some of the records straight. Because I know there's lots of lore out there about Alphorns, and a lot of it that you might think is absolutely crazy actually is true. So, and the good part is, the stuff I'm going to tell you, I mean, I can give you the references where it comes from, but the best part is when you use your Alphorn in your show or your performances, these little pieces of information are great for whoever's on the mic. Just talk about these things, and that way it just brings the audience in. Then towards the end, I'll cover a lot about repair, because they're wood, and they're going to crack. You're going to have problems with them. We have had the misfortune of having horns cracked, having horns broken. We've actually figured out how to fix a lot of them and inexpensively, not having to go to a woodworker, not having to spend a lot of money. So I'm going to cover some of the tricks that we use pretty much every year when we go and take a look at the horns. And then at the end, I want to teach a song, and it's a song that our club uses. Miss Betty Heyman brought it to us years ago. Betty's sitting here up front. It's a song that when you read it, and I'll put the music up here, you read it straightforward. It's a nice song, but I want to try to impress that don't take everything for how it's read. And we're going to show you some of the things that we've done with these songs to make them your own, and make them your own for your club. We've taken the song and broken it into different pieces. We play slightly different orders. We actually have set up where you can use them in echoes. I'm going to show you how to break a song apart. You can use it for echoes, use it for other things. Then you can adapt it. Any music you're playing, you adapt it for wherever you're at. Even different shows for different audiences. You may see us, like tonight when we go up to play, you may see some hand signals amongst myself and the guys. We're actually up there figuring, here we're doing the song, but we're going to do it this way. I'll show you a couple of those, and you can catch on when we do that. We did it last night, and we'll do it again tonight. So, and if anybody has questions, please just raise your hands, or in case of Mark back there, just throw something, because you're way in the back. All right, I think I covered this. Yeah, we're going to do the history, how they're made. Many people are still looking for them, or you want them. I'm going to give you some tips and tricks on how to do that, what to look for, how to repair them, how to play them, things that we've learned over the years, things that we've learned from players in Europe. And then with Engelberger Echo, I'm going to show you that song and how you break it apart. So here is much of the information that we use in our performances when we're talking to the audiences. The Alphorn, or the Alphorn, it refers to that type of horn as we know it. It's from Bavaria. It's from, I shouldn't say Bavaria, it's from the Alpine regions of Europe. There are Bavarian, Austrian, Swiss, and French horns. And I'll talk about what each of them is and how you can tell the difference just by looking at a horn a little bit later. The oldest known documented case of where someone has referenced an Alphorn, it's from an accounting book in 1527. The Abbey of St. Urban, they had a line in there, and it said that the payment of 2 batzen for an itinerant Alphorn player. Now, it's not to say we're all itinerant. Maybe we are. Maybe we aren't.
Maybe.
But maybe we are. Right? Betty's right. But that is the oldest known reference to an Alphorn player as a musician. Kind of an interesting where they use them. Where they were used before, they're descendants of different horns. The labraphone is the one that most people tie it back to. The actual history, there is no single point in time. But more than likely, it was people like us, shepherds, people who just like to play, started creating them. Woodworkers started creating horns. Come on in.
My apologies.
Just started. We had to wait for, literally, we just started. We were waiting for the previous one to get started. They just created horns out of the wood. They were woodworkers, and they slowly started to figure out what it takes to make a horn and make it sound good. The original horns and what are considered true Alphorns in the Alpine regions are all wood. I know there are makers out there now that'll